There's a Star Wars film that we will never ever see. This comes right from IndieWire. Star Trek writers on the unmade Kubrick-inspired sequel they wrote for Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth. Despite the box office success of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movies, the iconic sci-fi franchise has been exclusively focused on television for the past half-decade. Paramount initially planned more sequels to the Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto-led franchise after 2016 Star Trek Beyond, with everyone from Quentin Tarantino to Noah Hawley taking stabs at script ideas. But none of them ever materialized, and for the moment, it appears that Trekkies have been content with the cornucopia of the series currently streaming on Paramount Plus. But there's more to the story, Ryder.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Star Trek has had such a different life with different mediums, because the TV shows have been going on for on and, because they're so popular, and I always love genre bending, especially with space movies. But I'll get into when it comes to, in the spirit of Marvel-induced multiverse madness, that doesn't mean it's fun to ask what if. In a new interview with Esquire, Patrick McKay and John T. Payne worked on Star Trek Beyond before crafting Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, opened up about a sequel that they made that never made it to production. We worked on a couple of Star Trek movies, to quote. The one you're asking about would have been the fourth in the franchise, reuniting Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine. Of course, Hemsworth played his dad in the very first one for a little bit, right?
Just like, flashback.
Flashback, yeah. McKay said the concept was that through a cosmic quirk in the Star Trek world, they were the same age, and it was going to be a grandfather-son space adventure. Think Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in space.
Awesome.
We were really thrilled about it. They worked on it for several years. It was a dream to put them together, but it fell apart, and it was really a heartbreak for us, quote, Payne said. Man, that sounds like an idea that Star Trek needs.
I mean, when we were sitting down for the Werewolf by Night screening or whatever, Ryder's in a super long drink and snack line. I'm sitting with my buddy Brandon. We're getting ready for the movie to start. There's guys talking behind us. They're like, why hasn't there been another Star Trek movie? And they're just talking and talking. They're like, it would make so much money. Like, why not? You already have a great cast of characters. A lot of them have already said they'd be down to return and do something like that. Easy money. There's probably so many Star Trek scripts out there that are great ideas because the Star Trek world has so much
vast,
so
villains
much material to pull from.
World.
You could create something else and it would make sense in that world. It's just rich. It's just absolutely rich. So, it sucks, dude. I think a Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine Star Trek movie would be awesome. That'd be very fun. I would hope that it would have the other cast of characters as well in it. But
Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Spock, right? Yeah,
exactly. What would you like to see from a new Star Trek movie? Do you want to see something in the series? You want to see something new? Do you like what Paramount Plus is doing with Star Trek? All that kind of stuff. What do you think?
I think when they went to Star Trek Beyond, the third movie, they kind of got a little more weirder with it. And I think that's what to me Star Trek always is it has alien species and it has, the interactions, the friendships that, Spock and Captain Kirk have with different alien species. So when they get weird with it and they have, unique worlds and stuff like that, go crazy with it, but a space adventure like this sounds like that'd be a lot of heart with father son, and you can complete arcs, Captain Kirk had, starting off with the first movie, he sacrificed himself for his son, and now you can kind of get that. They can kind of close off that and, still open it up to new worlds. But this, like I said, it's genre bending on the space Star Trek. We know what it is, but to have something new and kind of spice it up sounds enticing. But
I love it.
We'll have to see.
For everything else,
bring it back.
Star Trek centered. You can say right here, it's Strictly Casual, because we got you with all the updates. If you want to listen to this entire podcast, you can go on podcast platforms and type in Strictly Casual Freeze Frame. It's a little yellow box. It says Freeze Frame. It's all movie news, streaming news, TV, all that good stuff. You can check that out. And if you want to listen to the entire video podcast, you become a member right here on Strictly Casual, youtube.com/Strictly Casual. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.